I lost connection, y'all, but I'm back. Back again with my antennas. See, this hair is a part of my whole personality. It's a part of myself. It's a whole different feel to your being when you got hair. If I had no hair right now, I would look different. My frequency I give off will feel different because your hair amplifies your frequency. So I would actually, watching me would actually feel different if I didn't have hair. Your hair amplifies your frequency, your EMF field. It's a whole part of your personality. This is all life run out of my head. Life. Hey, what up, Wise B? What up, Ancient 333? Oh shit, I just heard some thunder. I think it's about to storm. I want to say what up to my reflections, man. Bless up. Bless up. Wagwan. What going on with you now, man? What going on? What the hell? You said what happened to the other lady I had? My other lady? Oh man. Ray of Sun. You all know what happened to her? I'm gonna tell you. Join the live. Stay tuned. What up?
Bro, I had to ask, man. I was like, damn, bro, what happened to the,
You all know what happened to her?
yeah, yeah, I'm like, yo, what
We
the?
we we vibed away from each other.
Oh,
You know,
okay,
two
okay.
frequencies don't match.
Yeah, man, when you under that sun, man, you know what I'm saying? That's when the real,
It reveals all.
right, there you go, bro,
You
right,
know,
there
it's
you
not
go.
like I was all the way in the right or she was all the way in the wrong. You know, it takes two. It always takes two. But
Like I say, the darker the berry, sweeter the juice, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. You can't see it no other way.
that's the truth, man. It's the truth. We got to spit that shit to the youth. So when I rap, you know, I spit that shit in the booth.
Why you think the bright like the dark skin, you know?
Yep, because they attracted to that energy, man. It's just how it be.
Right.
Primordial energy, the primal,
Right.
I meaning first, primitive,
There you,
aboriginal.
yep. There you go.
But yeah,
Yeah.
man, split up because the energies didn't match. The
Right.
energy didn't match. And also myself, I still had to face some things within myself, you know, because I would talk to women a little disrespectful sometimes. So I gotta learn to humble myself, not
Nah,
disrespectful.
nah, nah. Not humble. Respect.
You know, when I say humble myself, as in don't overdo it. That's all I mean. Because I still have
'Cause
my pride. I still have
you
my
know,
pride.
you, you know,
On
humble means to be less. To be less.
okay, to be less,
We don't want you to be less. We want you to be greater.
but I want to be less than overdoing. So that's what I mean by humble. But you know, it's just words. Words just spells. So
This
I'm
is
not
true.
I'm not speaking in words really. I'm speaking about feelings and experiences and the
I
way
see.
you treat people. That's how I'm speaking.
I see. I see. I see.
I'm speaking like to have a balanced pride, a balanced ego. That's what I'm speaking about.
Yeah, I like that word better. Balance. I like that word better.
That's a very important thing.
Yeah, balance is key.
It wasn't like it was all her. Nah, that's never the case. It
Yeah,
takes two to tango.
of course. I always look at self first, though. You know,
Right,
right?
right.
I always ask myself why I did this, why I'm doing that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I fuck with that point of view. Because you know when people in relationships when they break up with somebody, they want to point the finger, be like, oh, they did this to me, they did that to me, they did that to me. But they don't ever say what they did wrong. What did you,
Right. Right.
you know? And if you don't look at what you did wrong, then you're gonna repeat that same shit in the next relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
This is true.
That's a whole fact. You gotta face yourself and see where you're fucking up. What did you do wrong? Not that other person. What did you do wrong?
Right.
Hmm?
Because it takes two to tango.
Takes two to tango. So you gotta think about it. Think about what you did, what you can improve on. Maybe you were being overly prideful, you know?
True.
Maybe you were, talking back a lot. Maybe you were taking that person for granted, you
Mm-hmm.
know? But that
I
also
got, I
comes
got, I got one question. Where you at? How's the feminine energy out there?
over here. So
Yeah.
I'm living how many women right now? One, two, three, four. One, yeah, four women, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I learned about women, man. Logic does not logic matters to them. Logic matters, yes it does.
But
But you cannot speak to a woman solely logically. It's impossible.
no, you gotta have balance.
You have to connect to women emotionally.
But
What I
see,
mean by
but
that
see, but
is
see, like
you
with
need to,
women, you gotta come at them with balance
yes,
because they're
exactly.
nothing but chaos energy, which is
A,
emotion. Right.
you understand very well.
Exactly.
That's, but it is easier said than done. But once you practice it,
No, no,
then it
no.
becomes
That's a spell. That's a spell. That's a spell. It's easier done than said.
okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It is a spell. It is easy because just like boxing, if you box for a long time, certain moves will become easy. So we
Mm-hmm.
practice it, it'll become easy because we come from a place where we're not used to it. So that's
There
what I
you go.
mean. We have to learn some. We kind of have to learn how to be balanced again because we
Facts.
didn't know how to control our emotions. That's what I mean when I say that.
Facts. 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 Facts.
Yeah. So yes, you definitely have to come out with woman balanced. Because if you become all emotional and shit, then whatever you give a woman, she's gonna give you 10 times what you gave her. So
Right.
give a woman anger, you mad at her, she gonna give you rage. She gonna be doing better than you,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you give her peace, speak to her calmly, she's gonna give you tranquility.
That's why I said a strong divine feminine told me this. Right. A woman who knows how to control her emotions is a powerful woman.
Very powerful, very very powerful, because that's the hardest thing for them to control. Their
Exactly.
mood, estrogen, and their hormones are always changing.
Exactly.
So if they can master that, that's a powerful divine goddess.
Bro,
That's a
what? That shit
around
is.
you, goddess that I got around me. But she had her times where she got emotional, and I had my times where I got emotional, and screamed and shit like that. But that's what we have to notice those triggers. Once you notice them, then you can grow from them. You
That's the
notice them.
ocean. That's the water within, the tides within.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You gotta
Mm-hmm.
get that water back right. You gotta get that hydro back right. You know.
Very important, man.
mm,
So that's what I learned, man. And also with men, we are very egotistical. We are more logic based. Everything needs to be exact, analytical. We're the blueprint. So we want things to be exact. We want it to be right. For a woman's mind, it's hard for them to understand it like that. If you're not coming with the masculine and feminine energy combined together, you have to come with them together. So you have to bring the logic, but you got to bring the gracefulness too.
now I
You got
got
to
a question.
put this with you when you're speaking.
I got a
Then,
que-
then it can flow into their ears and they can understand it.
I got a question to ask. But
What's
this
up?
is the people in the chat might be able to understand, right? Yeah, yeah, of course. Everything gonna be all right. You already know. But the question is this. Damn. I was thinking too hard about it. I just lost the fucking question. God damn.
How you forget the question that fast, my nigga?
I was thinking too hard about the shit. God damn.
I'll probably come back to you if we just keep talking.
Shit. It was a good question too.
So
Fuck.
what I'm saying, right, is that when you speak into a woman, whether you be a man or another woman, you gotta come with both the logic and the emotional stability, but together in a balanced harmony. This is the best way. You gotta speak to a woman in a way that is soothing to their ears so they can understand you. But if it's too emotional, too, you know, shake up the waters. Women are water. You're gonna shake up the waters. Then it's hard. Then their brain gets cloudy. Then it's hard for them to understand what you're saying. Because now they just feeling all kinds of different things. They're like, what? They can't. It's hard for they can't focus once their
And
emotions
see,
are all
a woman also have to
out there.
understand the logical side of things too.
Say that again.
A woman also has to think logical too in order for her to balance her emotions.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
if she never gets to understand the masculine side of herself, then she'll never be full. She'll never be whole.
Perfectly said. That's a fact. So that's the thing. Women got to be in touch with their masculine energy too, and just not overly in touch with it.
Exactly. But see, that's crazy. That's what I meant. That's the question I asked. I said, so what? Because right now in this social engineering society I live in out here, man, a lot of women are misusing the masculine energy. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Right? And they're like, I ain't even gonna say. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say. Well, yeah, misusing it. Yeah, misdirection. I'm gonna say misdirection. Right? It could be directed in a more positive manner. You know what I
Can you give
mean?
me an example? You said the woman is misusing the masculine energy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like
Example, when society,
they're being turned into a weapon towards their kids and their own men. You understand what I'm saying?
by putting their man on child support and all these things, working with the government.
Right, and throwing their kids in these prison schools and all, and you know what I mean, all this crazy shit, right?
hmm
And I'm seeing like how they misusing the masculine energy, and I see why a lot of men are tapping into their feminine energy, because when the feminine energy goes masculine, the men have to go to the feminine to reach the heart, to clear the mind. You know what I'm saying? To get the soul back. You feel me? Everything is put in motion like that for purpose. It's already mapped out like that. It's supposed to be like that.
hmm That's a whole fact. We got to get to
Hmm.
the heart place to heal anything. That's love.
And the only way we can go back to being masculine is when the women truly go back to being feminine.
True, because
Yeah,
a woman uh, is what makes a man know what he is too. Because we have the contrast, we have the opposite of what we are to know what we are. Just like
exactly.
dark to know what it is. If everything was dark, the darkness wouldn't even know what it is.
Bro. Without the light, there would be no darkness. Without darkness, would be no light. This is the yin and yang. That's what I'm saying. Without man, be no woman. Without woman, be no man.
Yes. When I'm with the woman and when I'm not with the woman, it makes you feel more like a man. You can really feel yourself.
But see, what people don't, what humans, right, and gods, and some gods don't understand is, right, how the universal law works. They forgot how it works.
Mm-hmm.
They forgot how the universal law works, man.
Because our knowledge was stolen from us, man. Everything
Yeah,
stripped of our identity. We're having an identity crisis.
because we're so in love with man-made law,
Yes. With the European law to be exact. We don't even know, remember the universal laws, the laws of nature, you
Right.
know, the principles, the laws of Ma'at. That's the real laws we're supposed to be paying attention to.
Exactly. And it's 42 of them, not 10. It's 42.
Right. Exactly. So that's what we need to get back to. That's our true spirituality. If you didn't know, whoever watching this live,
Facts.
right? You gotta forget about them European laws, okay? Tap back into our divine wisdom. But that all comes from within, right? People be like, oh, anything on the internet. but those things that are on the internet are taken from certain sources and certain things. You know, when you read them, you'll know what is true once you align with your true nature. Then once you read them, your intuition will tell you what is right.
Oh, bro, I just went to Walmart and seen a tent, a TP tent for 79, bro. That shit fit 6 people, bro.
Yeah, I got the same one, one just like that.
That shit
But
fire, bro.
because I'm waiting to go to Africa first. This
Oh
one right
yeah.
here, it's ain't mine.
When y'all going? When y'all going over
Uh, should be in like next month. Next month. Yep. Yep. Yep.
there?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, shit. We studied them for years, man. We studied them for 240 years, man. Like I know I have. I've been observing their ass since I was born. I mean, like I don't know how much more observing.
Wait, you been observing who?
Huh?
You been observing who? You say.
I've been observing this Patrix.
Mm.
Right. This man-made law for years, man. I done seen so many of my brethren get locked up, murdered, killed, raped, all that. I done seen women get snatched up, killed. I mean, I don't know how much more of this studying we got to do. It just it's in plain sight. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't.
God damn, man.
I
It's
don't
part of
know.
you know.
I don't. You know, I done studied enough. I done took enough notes, man. You know what I'm
Everything is
saying?
part of the journey. I am everything in existence. Everything that happens is ordained by God to happen.
Yeah, it's a lesson.
Thing that happens that God doesn't know.
But
There's
see, when
nothing.
we say it like that, they think like God actually did it. God didn't do it. God forgot what He's done, which became a nuisance to the world.
What
You
do
know what I'm saying?
what do you think God is?
When for God forget when a God forgets who He is, that's when He becomes a nuisance.
God is everything. Is what I'm trying to tell you. God is
Yeah.
everything. All things in nature. So
Cool.
God doesn't forget anything. Truly, we know everything. We did this to ourselves. The white man is nothing more than part of God's plan. You know, the world being taken over. Oh my God, COVID happening. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You
it was
don't,
a
you
T.
don't think
Yeah, it was a
God?
T. Yeah, it was a TEST.
I set that up. I'm
Right.
God.
Right. It was a TEST. Right.
I set it up so that I could triumph in the end and be
Right.
the king.
Right.
Duh. Don't
It
you
was a
remember
T.
who I am? Don't you remember my face? I'm
Right.
God.
Right. It was a TEST. Right.
Yeah. But
Right.
we're all God. We're all pieces of me because I'm
Right.
connected to Him.
But not every piece has fallen into its place yet.
Facts.
Meaning that some have forgotten that they who they are. Like, see what I'm saying?
Yes, for sure.
That's why I say when
You
a God
gotta-
forgets who they are, they become chaotic.
Yes, very true. They live in confusion. They become
Mm-hmm.
chaos. That is a state of hell.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Confused and live in chaos. That's a state of hell.
There you go. Like I said, it's heaven above. It must be heaven down here. But you can't see it because as within, so without. So if you're not
So,
going within
but
to
I will
see it.
tell you about that. Heaven and hell exist at the same exact time. It's all
Exactly.
simultaneous, right?
Exactly.
I have heaven and hell within me right now. I
Exactly.
can choose whether to tap into the hell side of me or the heaven side of me. I can vibrate at a lower frequency right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it all exists within me, within I. This is the
Exactly.
truth.
This is true.
Heaven, this world is heaven and it's hell. You could be standing right next to somebody, right? And that person could be starving and have nothing, right? But you could be standing, I mean, you be eating good every day. That person is living in a hell state of mind, right? But you're living in a heavenly state of mind. But a person that's living in a heavenly state of mind could be standing right next to somebody living in a hell state of mind. But they're
Mm-hmm.
mentally, you see?
Facts.
So
He
this
said,
is
I'm
what we
saying this for those who don't know the last, and by us living in the states, you must know the law, so these folks can't get over on you or worse yet. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but see, we can't. But see, these. Let me answer this real quick. Like Netaru, I get what you're saying, brother, but we can't use their laws against them. It don't work for us.
right.
We
We
have
can't
to
do
use
that.
universal law. I'm trying to
Yeah.
tell you, bro.
Universal law is the only thing that matters, you see? In this system, Babylon that we're living in, We don't have to fight the government. We don't need to learn their laws. No,
Yeah, we
we
can't
need
fight
to
them with
get
they
out.
shit.
You see, United States, the Babylon, that is a burning building. If there's a burning building, you don't go run into the burning building trying to fix things. No, you get out of the burning building and you escape. You see, that's why I have my trip to Tanzania, to Africa. It's escape to Tanzania, right? Escape to Africa. Because we're leaving. Once we leave the cancer alone, right? Babylon, the cities, that's cancer to the planet. Once you leave the cancer alone, the cancer engulfs itself, it kills itself.
There
Because
you go.
anything that's being negative is going to get that negativity back. This is what we call karma,
Mm-hmm.
okay? When this karma comes back, they're going to destroy themselves.
Yep.
We don't have to do anything. All we got to do is step out the way.
Yep. I mean,
If
I
you
know people.
understand
I know.
universal
I know
law of
people
karma,
seeing it. I know people seeing it all day, bro. Like they know half of the east coast of the map is damn near destroyed, bro. The cities are being. It's like watching the Warriors movies back in the 90s when they said Warriors come out and play and they destroyed the city and all that shit is happening overseas, bro.
this
Nothing
man
but
said
kick.
universal
Nothing but
law is not going to work when you're dealing with them unless you know they shit. That's not true, bro.
no, that's not true,
Universal
bro.
law is above all.
All right.
You think nature is going to lose compared to man, to the white man? You think we
Exactly.
got to learn the white man's law in order for the universal law to work?
If we study more Maya, 42 laws, if everybody thinks if everything is thought, bro. You get what I'm saying? So if you put more thought into learning their shit, you're only becoming good at what they do. You see what I'm saying? Right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to become
You
good
must
at what
fear the
they
Most High's law, the Most High's law of nature. You must fear it.
right.
That
We need to
that's when
be good at we need to be
that's when
good
you'll
at
reach the
what
Most
we
High.
do. We need to be good at what we do, and that's being natural. That's being infused into the God DNA again. We don't need to be. We already done stuck, man. So many motherfucking L's and bays, man. I come across, bro, and they telling me about the common laws. I got a common law book here. You know what I'm saying? They not, man. These European hybrids, these mulattoes, they not trying to hear that shit, bro. They don't give
Hey,
no
Rudy
fucks,
Tiru.
bro.
Hey, Rudy Tiru, my brother. Let me tell you. He said, look at the comment. He said, I don't fear shit. You want me? I can prove to you that you fear shit. You want me to tell you how? I'm gonna do this. You go to Africa and go into the jungle. Go walk at night in the jungle. Let me see if you
Bro,
can have fear. You will have
Jay,
fear.
bro, Jay-Z said it, bro.
You
He
will
said,
have fear. Fear
he
exists
said,
within you. That's a lie. If
Jay
someone told you fear doesn't exist within you, fear is what protects you.
Jay-Z
You must
said,
fear the Most High.
Jay-Z said, rich nigga, bitch nigga, poor nigga, smart nigga, still a nigga. They don't give a fuck if you smart nigga. They don't give a fuck if you illiterate nigga. They don't give a fuck if you money nigga. They don't give a fuck if you live by them. You're still a nigga. Like they don't care about the status
The
of
white man
what
does
you
not
know or
care.
done.
That's why we got to leave their system. They don't care no matter what you
They
accomplish.
don't care, bro.
That's why you got to leave that system.
They don't care, bro. I'm telling you, they don't give a fuck, bro. Like we could sit all day in their courthouses all fucking day long preaching this, that. They don't give a fuck, bro.
Rue Natiru, fear is not
They,
truly false evidence appearing real. It's not false evidence that if you go run up to a real gorilla that he's gonna beat the fuck out of you and kill you. That's not false evidence. That's real evidence. It's gonna kill you. Okay, so that is a whole misconception that we have. The fear, false evidence appearing real. That's not real. Okay, fear is a actual chemical that exists within you. It's adrenaline. You can't separate from it. That's real.
yeah, that's true. It is adrenaline. Yep.
Real. And it's good. It's a good thing. It's like a caution sign. When you have a
It's like
caution,
it's
when somebody has slips or spills something on the ground, right? They put a caution sign up. Why do they put it there? It's to warn you that you might slip, you might hurt, you might get hurt, you might slip and then bump your head and then die, right? That is a good thing. It protects you. So this is what
it's
are for you to
adrenaline.
to the,
Adrenaline is like the Incredible Hulk. Adrenaline is the Incredible Hulk. That's how the Incredible Hulk got created. It's gamma radiation. That's adrenaline. When your blood and your heart and all that shit racing so fucking hard, you become like, you know what I'm saying? Super. It's like you're how you say, like you're high off of your own blood. Like literally, you're high off your own DMT. Like you're high off your
so
own
you go into flight
toxic.
flight mode. right?
Exactly.
Jump something
Yeah.
behind you, scares you, you're gonna have fear. Fear is something you can't run from. And if we didn't have fear in this world, you wouldn't be able to be bold. You can't be bold without fear. You're only bold because you're able to overcome your fear. That's what makes you bold or makes you courageous. You know the cartoon Courage the Cowardly Dog? He's only has courage because there's so many scary things he goes through. He's overcoming the fears. That's what makes him have courage,
Yep.
right? But if there's nothing to fear, you're not truly gonna have courage or
Yeah.
boldness. You
That's
see,
yin and yang.
fear is a part of life.
Yeah, yin and yang.
Yin and yang, the good and the bad. So what I'm telling you is stop. Don't let that misconception get in your mind. People tell you, "Oh, don't have fear." That's not even a real concept. That's not real. Fear is something you can't separate from. Just like our lower self, you can't separate from your lower self. It's a part of you.
No,
No,
it's always
there's
gonna
only
be
moments.
around.
You can only overcome fear in certain moments. You can never completely overcome fear forever. That's
Exactly.
not possible.
Yeah, it's always gonna be around.
It's always a polarity. That's one of the Hermetic principles. Is the law of polarity. It's
But see, this
something
is why I say we need to study more 42 laws of Ma'at
you
and stop
gotta
studying
study
common
more.
law.
God. You gotta study more, God. It's the
You gotta
polarity.
study more 42 laws of Ma'at and get out of common law, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Get out of them
Study
damn
those
civic books.
the 7 Hermetic principles and the 42 laws of Ma'at. You can look those up right now. Study those to a
Get,
T.
get
Understand.
out of them damn white European man-made law books, man.
The white man's gonna tell you, "Oh, fear doesn't exist. Don't fear nothing." Then they're gonna go jump out of planes and shit. Why would you jump out of planes? Okay, they do this. You have the potential of dying. If you want to protect your family and your loved ones, you're not gonna jump out of planes on a regular, that because you could possibly die. You have a high risk of dying. You see, but the white man changes it to like, oh, fear nothing, YOLO. You only live once. They believe they only live once because their pineal gland is calcified. They think they really only live once.
if
Do what?
if anybody have watched Malcolm X documentary, right? For those who study civics, that's all Malcolm X did, right? But he knew something was wrong, right? He knew he wasn't reaching enough people, bro, because he was studying they shit. You understand what I'm saying? How you gonna use their tools of war on them? That's the reason why he had to lead that type of society and
Yeah,
travel the world and
we don't fight with guns.
reprogram his mind.
We fight spiritually, not with guns. Peace,
Right?
God.
He had to reprogram his mind.
I love myself, my
Rue,
reflection.
hey Rue, I know you seen Malcolm X,
Hey,
bro, the
hey,
documentary, bro, with Denzel
hey,
Washington
hey,
at
it's good
the end.
conversation too. I like the perspectives y'all coming from, but like when I was stating that I was studying like how you said common law, and that I know like what you want to call it, man's law. I wasn't necessarily saying like, hey, you don't look at the 42 laws of Mayat and you don't study that. The reason why I said I feel like it's important to have both is because like especially I don't know about Allah, but I'm pretty familiar with you, ancient, that we
For
stay
sure.
in the states. We stay in the states. So like if we ever had a situation where we come encounter with the police officer and you well versed in what it is that they know and you know it better than they know it,
Mm-hmm.
then you can make it work for you because you very much can manipulate energy.
Of
That's what
course,
we're here to do.
of
Manipulate
course,
energy.
of course, and like I've man, I had many altercations, man, where I had to cite some of the stuff, in these civic books, man. They just looking at me like, okay,
Yeah,
and like, you know what I'm saying.
exactly.
And then when I started speaking more universal, they was like, oh, so what are you part of like some Muslim type of thing, or like,
Exactly.
they started to quit, like when you start speaking universal, they
Exactly.
like, who the fuck, like this nigga must know something. But when you speak in the same language as them, they like, oh, I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying it because I deal with all. Man, I'm in one of the worst cities, bro. I'm in Georgia. Like, you feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like
I know
Georgia
it's
is one
right.
of the right. You feel, I'm dealing with these niggas. I'm driving with no insurance. I'm driving. I'm a target everywhere I go, bro. So I'm just like, I'm on my P's and Q's wherever I go. And I noticed because I study civics hard, bro. We don't have I do that shit, bro. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I noticed the civics, and studying all of the Moors, and like like Taj, and and so forth, and other like Malik and all these other Bays and L's, bro. I noticed
Mm-hmm.
if it was truly like doing damage, right,
Yeah.
right,
Mm-hmm.
like we preach about all the time, right? Like Elijah Muhammad said, right? If he was still alive, he would have took this shit over in a day. Like the entire government would have failed in a day. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I
But
want to say
why is it that if he has disciples, those that study him for years, why isn't his teachings helping us get rid of this shit in a day? You see what I'm saying?
You know what? Well, like I feel like more people need to be trying to make their own government though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And their own sets
exactly,
of rules. And
bro. That's what I'm
I feel
saying.
like people apply that.
Exactly, bro. And just like you said, like, oh, we don't want to, you want to know their system better than them. But what I'm saying is, it's a balance. So you don't need to know their system better than
I
them, right?
I mean,
You got
it's like when you think about it though, my fault, God, but they got it from us. You get what I'm saying?
They
You
only
know
took, but see,
their
they
own
couldn't
way, their own
decipher.
law.
They
They said
couldn't decipher.
right,
They couldn't decipher all 42, so they only took the ones that they can decipher, which was only 10
exactly.
exactly,
commandments, bro. You know
That's
because
a
what
to
I'm saying?
fact.
decipher them, you got to
Yep,
have this.
exactly.
Your third eye got to be open to decipher all the laws, to understand them, to understand them. So they don't
Exactly.
fully understand them. So they made the laws based on whatever level they was at. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't understand their laws, But it's a balance because we need to understand their laws a little bit to survive in that world and to get out of it, yes, and to
Exactly.
cope with it, right? Because they
Yeah,
took everything from us to know how money works, to
exactly.
know how IDs work and the passports work. Okay, so we can move across the world. Okay, but we need to get out of there, move to
Yeah.
Africa, go back home,
No, I'm
connect with
with
our
that. That's
people that
exactly.
understand the knowledge, know what's going on. Then
Exactly.
we cultivate, come together. We don't have to attack them. No,
Exactly. So, you know
we
what?
we
Nobody's wrong here too, because it's all perspective. Nobody is wrong here. So I agree with what it is that y'all saying too. I'm just giving other perspective. Like, you know what
right,
I'm
right,
saying? Seeing both sides of the coin. So it ain't no disagreement because I agree with everything that y'all saying as well.
right.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like why this shit is here. And if you can use it to your advantage, I say manipulate that shit.
But even like
Exactly.
Elijah Muhammad said, he said, don't be fooled by the skin color neither, bro, because those that look like you ain't you.
Oh, exactly.
So
That's a fact.
we scatter like roaches, bro. The only reason why we scatter like roaches right now is because we got infiltrated by people that look just like me, you, and you on this
Yep.
damn live, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a
You
fact.
know
I
what
like
I'm
that
saying?
Slave
Jay-Z
ourselves. We
quote you
slave
said.
ourselves.
I like that Jay-Z quote you said too, because at the end of the day, you still nigga. Yeah,
You still
that's true. That's true.
Jay Z, but see,
That's how
people don't know.
yeah,
But see, people don't know if you watch Jay Z, he's 33 Mason, bro. This nigga be exposing the
exactly.
checkerboard. This nigga on
Mm-hmm.
his 444 album, which is an angel code, right? Meaning
Exactly.
you meaning all plans on the land type shit. You know what I'm saying? He was letting niggas
Mm-hmm.
know like, nigga, it's a family feud, nigga. He even put the fucking song on the fucking album, Family Feud, nigga.
Right, bro. But all I'm
He
trying to
even
say is
put
we don't gotta feud with them. We don't gotta feud with them. We don't gotta fight with them. We just gotta separate
Yeah.
from them. And then
exactly, bro. That's
Exactly.
it, bro.
Fact. That's
Uganda found pounds and pounds of trillions of dollars worth of gold, right? So you see the
exactly.
earth is already flipping. The first shall be last and the last shall be first.
Yep.
We are
Exactly.
going to be way more rich than they ever were. We're going to build our kingdom right here on the earth again.
Mhm.
Okay?
Exactly.
That's what
And
I'm saying.
you know what's separating them?
What's up?
Nature.
What-
Nature is separating them. We ain't
Oh,
got to
yeah,
touch them. Nature
exactly.
is doing it. Nature is doing it for us, brother.
All these
Yep.
diseases coming out, COVID, all that is to protect us, the black people, to protect us. And the unrighteous
Mm.
ones. Some black people are unrighteous, being unrighteous. They're going to get destroyed too. But they're going to get
Mother
another chance and another life. You
Mother
know?
Nature said, you know what? Since it's a family feud, I'm gonna separate the brothers and sisters, the righteous from the unrighteous.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
Mm-hmm.
happening.
Just like that. And the righteous, we compete. We know each other just by looking. We're just by listening for 5 minutes. We know each other just like that.
That's why I
Because
say. That's why I say we don't need
that's
the books no more. Mother
no.
Nature said
We are
we
the
don't need
book.
that shit no more.
We are the book.
You, we are the books now. She said there's no need for that shit no more. I felt the vibration like a couple months ago. She was like, there's no need for you to go hard in the books no more.
Nope, nope. And one drop of your blood, there is more knowledge in one drop of your blood than there is in all the books in the world combined.
Yeah, like I feel you, brother. Netaru, bro, you have a passion for civics, bro. I applaud you for that shit, bro. You put your heart in that shit, bro. But when Mother Nature, when Mother Nature speak, bro.
I love the study period though. It's not just that either. You feel me?
Well, yeah. I applaud you. Shit, I applaud you for having.
I know my environment. So like,
fact.
you feel?
Yeah. That's why I say I applaud. That's why I say I applaud you, bro. Because I am you, and you is I am. You know what I'm saying? You are me. You're a version of me that, you know what I'm saying, that has a passion for studies, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So I applaud you for that, bro. But
all got
Mother Nature,
we do.
Mother Nature said, bro, don't overwork your mind on so many books when you're a walking book. You feel what I'm saying? You're a book already. You're supposed to leave your story by living, not by reading somebody else's work. You see what I'm saying? The only reason why you gotta study somebody else's work is because we studying man-made shit. See what I'm saying?
But you know what? This the thing though. Let me say this though. Like when you study though, you don't necessarily got to come from that person's perspective, because when you study, and even though when you study and you teaching yourself at the same time, so it's not like that person that's giving that perspective is teaching.
I get what you're saying.
That's a fact. That person
and
has perspective on what they're saying, but you can understand that
also
what they're a deeper level
when you study.
I get what you're saying. You getting to know that version of yourself on a deeper level. I agree.
Right.
I agree.
You watch something or you read something.
But like at the same time though, it's like I can't knock how it is that you feel either. I can't say that you wrong. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We all here to experience. So you know what I'm saying? We live, we learn.
I mean, you can say you can say people we wrong about certain things, because in order to be righteous, you gotta be right about something. You know, something is right. Yeah. That's what it's called being righteous. You see, the right and righteous.
Oh.
Not, you wrong, and there is things that is actually wrong. You know,
I tell people it's always
what we're talking about.
Though. Like you can say, like in theory, you can't say right now karma ain't real. Karma is real. Karma is real. That's a law of the universe. You know, so to be right, you gotta know what's actually right. That's why people live in confusion, because they don't know what's actually right. But once we know what's right, that's how we can live in righteousness.
That's why I say it's the age of Aquarius.
It is about in the Bible, you gotta collect the elite and convict the weak, because the weak are the ones that are just doing whatever they want. You know,
they misusing free will. That's what it is.
Yes,
it's a misusing of free will.
Because it's actual laws you gotta live by that the Most High created for us.
This is why I keep trying to tell people. People think laws were just created. Laws been around for eons, bro. Way before we took human form, bro. This shit's always been in place. Like, niggas be like, I could do whatever the hell I want. No, you already know you
not do whatever you want. It's like niggas like Nature Boy thought he could do whatever he wanted. The universe put his ass in jail. You can't do whatever the fuck you want. You can't. The universe is gonna get you somehow, some way. You get that?
That's why I say, bro, this is why the world is
doing whatever you want. I'm a god, I can do whatever I want. No, nigga, you're gonna learn real fast. You can't do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Universe gonna put your ass in line.
And you wanna know what energy puts you in line? The feminine energy.
It does. And the masculine energy. It's just all about the knowledge, the laws. The laws is both. It's both masculine and feminine.
All right.
The laws is the laws of Ma'at. The laws of nature. The laws that's written on the wall.
As you being the son, you're the father, right? And then the feminine energy is the mother. So if you ain't listening to yourself as being the father of yourself, the big mama gonna smack your ass around until you realize who the fuck you are.
He'll smack the shit out of you. Nature does not play. When a lion eats a gazelle, you think he playing with that gazelle? No, he rip his fucking neck off. It's not a fucking game. You step out the line, you gonna get fucked up.
Right. And folks be like, they
get fucked up, and that's what happens.
Folks be forgetting, like, even the smallest animals are dangerous too.
Yes. And spiders can kill you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So don't.
So I just be like,
Don't underestimate shit. Don't even underestimate an ant, not a spider. That's why you got to be humble, I would say, humble, and respect everything in nature. Everything.
Exactly.
That's
Because
when
like
you're
if
going to be
yo
truly balanced.
exactly, because if your energy right, that's another thing too. Hey, we gonna have to cover the fear aspect again, because like I was hearing your perspective too on fear,
I'm going
but
to
no, I feel like if your energy right, and another thing, like I ain't no Christian, of course, but like I told y'all, I study a little bit of everything, and I know you were saying you had made the point, like I know the gorilla is stronger than a man, but one of the things
right.
though that it say in the Bible is it say that the Most High gave us dominion over all the animals. So
Mm-hmm.
my question to you would be, why should you fear the animals if man has dominion over everything in the earth?
Okay, I'll tell you this. This is my answer. Because everything in the Bible is not true. That's not.
I know that. I know
We got.
that fact.
I mean, it's not true. I'm not gonna say it's not true. I'm saying it's true in a sense
No,
that
it
we do
is.
have.
Some of the New Testament is some bullshit. Most of the
Yeah,
Old
yeah.
Testament.
And a lot of the words are switched up because English is not even our original language, bro. So where they got it from was from a whole different
Facts.
kind of text. They just switched the words up, you know. But I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's not true. We do have dominion in the sense that yes, we have a higher type of awareness where we can create so many different things. Yes, but that doesn't mean we still don't respect them and we don't fear them. We still have to respect them and fear them. And the reason the way you're gonna find this out is if you really go into nature. Go to the tropics. Go see them. I see them every day. I see these cows. They're not fucking playing, my nigga. They will fuck you up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
No,
You
no.
will fear them. In the presence of them, you will fear them. You will
I
respect the
mean,
power.
listen, God. Though this is how I look at it. Though, like, it's not to say that like I don't recognize that an animal, especially like if we talking like the beast, like the lion, the gorillas. It's not to say that I don't recognize that these things is not more like having more strength than man. But what I'm saying,
Hey,
if your energy is right, if you operating in the right energy, all your chakras is in line. Why do you
look
have
at
to
it.
animal? You might
Look at
recognize animal as God. That animal might recognize you as God.
look
No,
at
that's
look at
fact.
it like this,
That's a
Rue.
fact because you're protected by your frequency, yes. But if you step out of line, you still can get hurt, is what I'm saying. Even if your
Oh
Look at
yeah,
frequency is like
facts. If you
all the way
if
right, if
listen,
you step out of line, you will get set back straight. That's what I'm telling you.
oh hell,
look at
I agree with
look at it like this, Rue. Right? When we as creators of this realm fail in consciousness, everything else fail in consciousness too, and some of them fail in form. Right? Just like dogs are lesser forms of wolves. Right? These
Hmm.
human beings that we walk around are lesser forms of primates, monkeys, right? And
Exactly.
so forth. Everything
A,
has fail in frequency. You see what I'm saying?
a gorilla has 10 times the strength of the strength of 10
Right.
men. One
oh yeah,
gorilla, one ape.
now if a
I'm telling
nigga
you,
just
it's not
going
a
to go
joke.
fight a gorilla, hey look, Pete, if a nigga just going to go fight a gorilla, right? And they think, well, oh, I don't fear, so I'm gonna go beat this gorilla ass. You gonna get fucked up. I ain't saying do no
Facts.
crazy ass that, but
Facts.
I'm
Right.
saying you don't have to look at it and give this thing like a superiority over you, especially when I just stated that it says we have dominion over all the animals. But as you said, your energy has to be right.
Okay, but
Oh
do you
yeah,
know
for
what
sure, for
wait,
sure.
do you know what the word superior means?
Superior, yeah. Superior. I
What does
mean,
it mean?
like I look at like from my understanding is superior means like you're superior, like you're over something.
Yes.
You're yeah.
Superior means having a higher rank or higher quality, higher strength. The gorilla has higher strength, higher quality in that sense. So you would fear it, and it does have superior strength to you. That's the same
Exactly.
reason why if a bully goes to a gym or some shit, they fear the one that's stronger than them. That's just nature. It's just
Mm-hmm.
nature. It's
Only
superiority and inferiority. That shit's real in nature.
Did, did
But
you
only
watch
because
fight?
only
at the same time, everyone still has to be balanced because even the
Exactly.
gorilla can die by a spider. So it's has to be
Yeah,
balanced.
exactly.
It has to be
right.
balanced.
But only because we remember we created these animals. Only
Hey, hey,
only
Pete,
only only because
Pete,
we fell only because we fell in frequency. We are now prone to their certain attributes. Like right. We all know we're cosmic beings. We're not at our cosmic level anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Because we wanted to be human for so long. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, but peep this though,
If you
like
say if you
though.
say cosmic, I mean cosmic means like you mean like made out of stardust, cosmic, and connected with the stars and nature. We're still cosmic. We're still connected with the stars. We're still everything.
I
It's
know,
just
but
different
we're
level
not
of
we're
it's a
not
different level of
vibrate. We're not right, but we're not we weren't vibrating on that level for a long
right,
time.
right. Like the
Yeah,
Egyptian level to be able to build pyramids, that level.
Hmm.
this the thing too, Allah, about this. What I was saying, the oppressor wants us to have like fear of these animals. I remember as a kid, bruh, like I was scared of a lot of shit, like as far as like animal wise, dogs, all that shit. But like,
Hmm.
I also paid attention because when I watch things, I observe. So I'm pretty sure both of y'all done watched Avatar before. And
Of
one of the
course.
things I
Which
noticed when
one?
I was,
The blue people or the airbender?
yeah, the blue people.
Oh, okay,
One
okay.
about Avatar when I watched it was they were in sync with the animals, and like you said, they had a respect for the animals. You feel me?
Yeah.
So therefore, with them people having their energy right, meditating, you seen that throughout the movie. They didn't fear the animals, bro. They didn't. They didn't have a fear for the
See,
animals.
see, see, that's what I was just talking about. When we
Okay.
were on our cosmic level, when we were like 6, 7, 8, 10, 13 feet tall, blue, green, red, when we was vibrating on all spectrums of light, that's when we were able to do shit like that.
It,
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So maybe more in our lower self right now, because we're not at our highest
mhm,
frequency. So it's gonna feel that way. But when we get to our absolutely no fear type level, then we're gonna be able to talk to the animals and not be afraid of them at all. You know. And that,
exactly.
so I can see that. I can see that too for sure. I could
That's
see
what.
that.
So getting back home with nature though, that's very key because like I feel like the more you get in tune with nature, you know what I'm saying? You learn from nature. Like nature teaches us, and like that's the thing. Like people are always on these schedules as far as work, as far as these phones, as far as television. They always on these type of times. It's
Bro,
like
nature is the only teacher. Ain't no other teacher.
exactly, bro. That's what our people got to get back in tune with nature, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, boom,
And to get back into a nature, you got to get back in tune with your own inner chakras, your own being.
facts.
And then inevitably, the outer world is going to change too, because the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world. Point blank,
Mm,
period. That's the laws of the universe. Okay, because
facts.
the projection of your inner world. If your inner world is in turmoil, your outer world is going to be in turmoil. You're going to be in fucked up relationships. You're going to be arguing with your spouse. You're going to be arguing with your family because you haven't resolved things that's within you, deep within you, that you need to deal with. You thinking that person is the one that's cussing you out because they did something wrong to you. They disrespected me. They're not giving me enough affection or some shit like that, right? But you need to dig deep within yourself to see why you're even so upset, why that person's treating you that way. Okay, ask them how you make them feel when you talk to them. Then you're gonna learn more about yourself. And astrology is a key point to this too. You got to look up your astrology. So what we have been confused with Western astrology and Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology is a deeper type of astrology, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
Western astrology is what everybody looks at, right? But that is what the white man teaches. The white man, if you know, he's a mutated version, a very mutated version of the original black man. So if you know this, whatever they teach is coming from a whole backwards state of mind, right? So
Hey, I
they
got
teach
hey,
they teach Western
Allah,
astrology.
hey,
So what?
Allah, before you finish that, let me ask Rue, my brother Rue, real quick something. Do
Okay.
you got the book, the philosophy book of Maya, or do you have the Book of the Dead?
You know what? I was just about to get that. You talking about the Egyptian Book of the Dead, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the Book of the Dead is the 42 Laws of Maya, bro.
that's on
You can
my
get
to-do list.
yeah, because
I
remember,
never heard of
remember,
that. I never heard of
remember,
that.
Hey,
remember,
you know,
we
you
on the
want to get that
remember.
book, Black Lightning.
Say it again.
You ever watch Black Lightning?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, the
Yeah.
whole series.
No, like I be paying attention to shit. They was showing that book because the dog on there, it was one dude that kept dying on the show. He kept reincarnating, and they
Mm-hmm.
showed the book of the what you was just talking about, the Book of the Dead. But that's definitely on
Mm-hmm.
my to-do. I'm gonna let you get to your point though. I ain't mean to cut
Because
you off.
Okay.
people keep
Yeah, yeah.
forgetting we're in the realm of Anubis, right? The
Hmm?
underworld. This is the underworld. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anubis said, "Keep yourself as light as a feather," meaning balance. or your ass
Mm.
gonna go through hell.
Yes,
And
point blank
I
period.
don't know what motherfuckers is not understanding about that shit, bro. This is why I read the Book of the Dead, and when I read it, I was like, oh shit.
And
That's
you're
what
not
woke
gonna
me
be
the
light
fuck up.
as a feather.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be light as a feather if you're holding on to grudges, if you're holding on to, doubt and shame and all these things. You're holding on to too many things.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
You gotta
do
let
not
go.
fall. He said, do not fall into the desires of the 3D world,
Mm.
Mhm.
because these things are nothing but trinkets. They're nothing but just prideful things, bro. Egotistical things, bro. You're not supposed to worship these tools, bro.
Mhm.
Exactly. The fact.
The whole fact. Whole fact. You're supposed to
Hear that?
worship yourself, and worship nature, the natural world, the trees, the rain, the sun. Worship that. That's what gives you life. We worship what gives us
Exactly.
life. That's what you're supposed to
Exactly.
worship. Worship your
Like,
food every time you eat. When you pray, you see people pray when they eat food. Yes, that's worship right there. That's good. Keep praying when you eat
Mm-hmm.
food. That's worship. That's proper worship to what's giving
yeah,
you
you
life. Because that came
always
from
supposed
God.
to give,
It is God.
uh,
It's not separate from God.
always supposed
That's
to give
nature.
thanks to Mother Nature.
Shit, you could manifest too when you eating and shit like that. Like especially
Mm-hmm.
like with water, that
Facts,
definitely could
Exactly.
manifest is you trying to do.
That's a
facts.
whole
But this is
fact.
why I say. This is why I say I don't. This is why I hear people say I want. That's desire, bro. Niggas desire too much shit.
Hey, you're welcome,
Mm.
Afrikoi goddess.
They
You're welcome.
desire too much, man. That's why I stay away from the 3D people. They desire too much.
No, I
That's a
feel
fact.
you, bro. I feel
That's
you.
a fact. Fact. But what I was
Too
saying
much
about
desires, man.
astrology, there's Western astrology and there's Vedic astrology. You should look up your
Mm-hmm.
Vedic astrology chart because that's what is closer aligned with the ancient teachings of astrology that we used to have. Because it was taken from Greek meaning like
Rick.
the great Roman, the Greeks,
Mm-hmm.
the European. That's what Western astrology comes from them. So
Mm-hmm.
the real astrology is Vedic astrology. So look up your chart on that. Is your energies are going to be a little bit different. So you got to
Yep.
try to check that out.
Cause I'm
And
I'm a
then
Capricorn on my shit. Like I'm Aquarius according to the Western astrology, but I'm a Capricorn according to the one you was just talking about.
exactly on Western astrology, my sun is in Leo, but in Vedic astrology, my sun is in Cancer. So I'm a whole different energy than I thought I was. Right, but it's still
Mm-hmm.
kind of the same because my moon is still in Leo. Right, so that's why I still
Mm-hmm.
have this big presence and the charming effect that I have. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's close. This Western and Vedic is
Oh, that's
kind of
it.
close, but it's not good enough.
Hey, that's a good read, bro.
Yes, brother. I'm
I'm
talking about when your
like we
energy
get.
right. When your energy right, bro, you'll be able to read the hieroglyphs.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. That's
I'm from.
deep.
I'm
When you
gonna
start
get
taking
that.
ancient, you've been taking the mushrooms.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm always on the Lotus.
Yeah, them mushrooms is on the Egyptian walls. They take them. They used to take them all the time.
Even the
It's for
Lotus.
psychological healing. That's why it's called psychedelics. Psyche is to heal your psyche. And what we're going
Even
through is a psychosis. We got to heal our psychology. That's why
even
psychedelics is a powerful thing.
even the Lotus, the Egyptian Lotus, the
Mm-hmm.
Egyptian blue Lotus.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm finna grab that bitch right now. So on my goddamn phone, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said a lot of stuff we used to do, bro. It was for the brain. It was the healing of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because the mind is the beginning of everything. That's the first Hermetic principle. All is mental. First Hermetic
Exactly.
principle. That's part of the laws of the universe. This is why psychedelics
Mm-hmm.
are so important. It's to heal the psyche.
Right.
Even if you watch the movie Black Panther, I just watched the other day, right? In Wakanda and all that, they showed the Black Panther, the main character guy, uh, something Bozeman, y'all know him.
T'Challa.
Uh, Chad,
They gave him like an ayahuasca trip, and like from a
mm,
flower like a lotus, and they put it into a drink and they fed it to him, and he was in like a mummy shape with his arms up like a mummy, and he was laying there in the dirt, and he took the psychedelic, and it took him
like
back to the past so he could see his
What
family and
you
everything, and they gave him
what you think?
psychological healing.
mm-hmm.
What you think that purple herb was? The blue lotus,
Something like
Mm.
ayahuasca or something like that, because they put it into a drink. That's how they drink ayahuasca. It's the same thing.
bro. Bro, it's the blue lotus. It was a mind. He thought he was as strong as a panther, so he became one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
The
It's
mind.
all in the mind.
Exactly.
And
Hey,
most
they
people don't
technology is
understand. Most people don't understand Wakanda was in America.
Mm-hmm. And they use Wakanda to represent Africa. That's why I'm going to Africa. I'll be there next month.
Where you going, man? I think when I go out there, I'm gonna tap into Ghana. I'm thinking that's where I'm hearing most of the people
Ghana?
from the States to Ghana.
Thinking about
that's
where the,
we're going to Tanzania. That's where we're going.
You going where the gorillas at, brother? Allah. You going where the Gorilla Clan at, bro?
Yep.
That's where the Gorilla Clan is from, bro. Right. The Gorilla Clan is from Africa. The Panthers are from America.
That's a fact. And we connecting through ATL first. I've never been to ATL. I'm gonna go to Atlanta for the first time next week. It's gonna be lit.
Why you think they put that shit in the movie? I mean, the Gorilla Clan had to come to the Americas. They had to they had to help their brothers out.
That movie Planet of the Apes, that shit got codes in it too. You gotta watch that shit. Even the movie Madagascar, yo. I watched Madagascar on my flight here to Costa Rica. That shit got light codes in it. The whole Madagascar movie is about Alex the lion being born in the zoo, just like we're born in the zoo. And he's trying to go back to the tropics. That's literally what we're doing. Watch Madagascar.
Mm-hmm. The lion going back to the tropics.
It's deep codes in movies, Madagascar. Anybody on this live, watch Madagascar. Every single second of that movie has a code in it. We pause like every 5 minutes and broke it down.
They don't understand hieroglyphics ain't nothing but comics. Ain't nothing but motion pictures on the wall. Mm-hmm. See, they took all of our fucking science, our the way we writ and imagery and all that shit and turn it into modern bullshit. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Confused knowledge. Information that's missing information. Misinformation. Missing information. Misinformation. That's what it is. Today, that's what we're going to talk about. We were born.
Misinformation.
See? So we got to find the missing information and we got to put it back in order and put it back together.
Thanks.
It's a whole task. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take years.
Oh, yeah.
They call this the era.
Our knowledge is infinite and eternal.
It took them 240 years to destroy it. So it's gonna take a couple years to put it back together. I say about 5 or 6 years to put it back together.
Mm-hmm. Hey y'all, but I'm about to get off the live, but this is a great ass build, man. We're gonna build some more, man.
Yeah, sure.
For sure. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, guys, or night for you.
That's a fact. Yep, it's nighttime out here. I'm about to go to sleep.
Peace to the guys, though.
Peace to the God. I love my reflection. I love myself.
I love y'all.
Have a good one.
One love.